What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Aerial Assault. This week we're going to take a full length API hunting stick and show you how to do the beast mod. Like I said, I'm going to show you how to do the beast mod to these sticks. I hadn't even measured the full length stick, 30 something inches. A beast stick is exactly 22 inches from step to step. I'm going to show you exactly the easiest way to do that. What I probably won't show you is drilling the holes. I don't need to teach you how to drill holes. I'll take it to the drill press and do all that, but I'll show you exactly how I measure those out. And we'll do this a lot like the paint video. There's no reason for me to be in it. I'll have the camera on the sticks just showing you exactly what I do and the outcome that we get. Okay, to start, let's go over some of the tools that you're probably going to need. You will need a flathead screwdriver to remove the rubber end caps at some point, and a hammer will really help you get up under those rubber end caps. A Allen wrench, I don't know the size, I just found the one that fit. I suggest a Sharpie and a pencil. If I'm going to cut something off, I usually use a Sharpie. If I'm just going to drill something and I don't want the marks there permanently, I'm using the pencil. A hacksaw will do the job for cutting it. It's just going to take you a while. I'm fortunate I have tools that I don't need to use the hacksaw, so this won't be something that I use. I'll use a grinder with a cutoff wheel instead, or you could use a chop saw. I just don't happen to have one at the house. A pair of channel locks will help when you're getting the rubber end cap off. You probably don't have to have this, it just makes it a whole lot easier. And either a pair of good vice grips, C-clamp, something to be able to hold it down while you're cutting. A 1/2 inch deep well socket and a 1/2 inch wrench or a crescent wrench or something. Also, you're going to need a drill with the appropriate size drill bit. I'm going to do most of the holes, the big holes throughout, with a drill press, but my holes for my steps and stuff, I need them to be precise, and I'll just, instead of having to carry it over the drill press and back, I'll hold the step up there and just drill it through. And of course, a pair of safety gloves and some safety glasses and a tape measure. Okay, step one to start things off, if you got these sticks, they may have come unassembled. I don't know, these are actually a friend of mine's. So here's the way I did it. There's a top and a bottom of the step according to where it's easy to tell according to where the Versa button is. But on the top section, you can see there's not near as much room as whatever there is on the bottom section. This is too much, and I can save a cut by going to this side. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to use my 1/2 inch socket, and this is where you'll need the 1/2 inch deep well, is in here. I'm going to unscrew this, and I'm going to flip this step around. Okay, now that I got that done, you can see what used to be the top step is now going to be our bottom step. We want a little bit of this metal below the bolt. The more meat here, the safer it's going to be. Although here is a little excessive, so that's why we chose to go with this end. Now what you're going to do is you're going to remove your Versa button and your middle step. Okay, now that we got that removed, like I mentioned earlier, 22 inches from top of step to top of step on the beast sticks. So we'll just line up our tape measure here, go up to 22 inches. We're going to make a mark. Now, one thing that I probably should have mentioned in the tools you may need is a small speed square. Really makes things easier. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drill my hole. To me, it just makes it a whole lot easier to have this thing sitting flat and where I need it to be able to start drilling. So our next step is going to be to cut off right at that line. And in case you want to see it, here's how I go about getting the black end cap off. Start to twist. and I didn't even need the channel locks for that one. Now we have a 22-inch stick, step to step. If you can remember, we turned these over. So used to, this was the Versa button and this was the old step. Well, it just so happens this holds in almost the perfect spot. So what we'll do eventually is we'll add our Versa button here. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and show you how I'm going to mark off where to drill the holes on the front face and the side faces. And here's where we're going to use our pencil. The easiest way to do this is I take my speed square, because it's got 1 inch measurements on it, and I'm going to put right there at the center of this hole that we're going to use to drill bigger here in a little bit. And I'll just mark 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch, 6 inch, and 7 inch. And then I'll come here and see if there's enough room. Yep, there's enough room for one more hole possibly. Don't even know that I'll drill that one. I might. And then we'll do the same thing from here. Center of that hole, 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch. That puts the Versa button almost right on the 5 inch. 6 inch, 7 inch, and so on. This is exactly a 1 inch piece of tubing. I'll take my pencil and put on the 1/2 inch mark, and we're just going to mark the entire beam or piece of tubing. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see there's our drill intersection. So what we'll do is we'll go down through here and we'll mark all these, or we'll punch them so that our drill bit hits dead center every time. We'll put it up under the drill press and we'll drill those out. That's for the front face. Once we get the front face drawn, the easiest way to do is go ahead and drill those holes, and your other holes are going to go dead center in between those. I like to go ahead and drill the front face with my drill press first so that it goes all the way through, and then it's so much easier going through and marking my others without having to keep up with what lines are what. Hey guys, as you can see, we finished the Beast mod on the API sticks, 22 inches step to step. It's the exact same size as the Beast stick now. We got the holes drilled in here, and I'll talk to you about some things that I learned along the way. The measurements we talked about, they're great, except for there is a 1 inch hole already on the back side from where your bolt head on your center step, when it was originally a 3 inch stick, there's a hole for the bolt head to fit into. I just went ahead and started there, even though I showed you the measurements before. They're really close. I started there, drilled that as my first hole, and made a few adjustments as I went. Without a jig, you're probably never going to get these things perfectly in the center or perfectly spaced out. I did not build a jig. I just used a center punch and a drill press. But you know, I got the purpose of the holes, and I didn't mess anything up. It's not the prettiest in the world, but I will say this: for you guys who think that you don't need the countersinking, I'll go ahead and tell you, you're going to have to do it. Use a 3/4 inch drill bit, about 2.5 seconds on there. It'll make a perfectly nice cutout hole. Each stick as I did, it got better, so take your time if you want to drill the holes. I personally don't think you're really gaining enough by drilling the holes. And for the people who complain and say that Beast sticks or the Shikars are too expensive, how about you drill all the holes in one of these sticks or 3 of these sticks, and you'll see there's a reason that they charge what they do for those sticks. But anyways, if you want to beast mod your sticks, you don't want to spend the $80 per stick, you can buy a $100 set of sticks. I think these, you can get them on sale sometimes for about $79, $89, anywhere to $130. It's a really easy mod, especially if you don't do the holes. Anyways, until next time, if you guys don't mind, subscribe to the channel. This is Aerial Assault. We'll see you next time.